my favorite Star Wars character would probably be Chewbacca. Because Chewbacca is an old head, but he's always seems to be young, like stay young. Like I don't look at him and be like, oh, he's an old head. He stays young, and maybe because Wookiees they don't age as fast as humanoids or whatever. But yeah, man, and he's so loyal. You know what I'm saying? He's so loyal. He's always down for the shit. He's ready to go. Like whatever's whatever. Chewbacca's gonna rock out. You know what I'm saying? And he's always helpful. The Mandalorian did a lot for Star Wars. First of all, just by the cinematography itself, it set precedence for any other series, Star Wars series that want to come after it. So they set the bar very high because the series looked like the movies, the way they filmed it and the way the pizzazz they put on it. And it in the beginning of like the first episode, I didn't know that it was set 5 years ahead of Return of the Jedi. So I was kind of like thrown off. I had to go back and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now when I read it. So it made a lot of sense, and it was good that it's put in a time that was kind of like limbo time for us Star Wars fans. Unless you're reading the books, it's kind of like limbo time. So it's good to fill in that time gap. And then also, I understood, I figured out that by watching the Clone Wars in its entirety helped me understand Mandalorian even better. My favorite Marvel superhero is easy, bro. Spider-Man all day. Because Spider-Man lives a real life. You know what I'm saying? He got to save New York. He got to beat the villains. But at the same time, he has homework. He has rent. He has to hand in the photos to the newspaper ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Or to the news ASAP. You know what I'm saying? J. Jonah Jameson is on his neck. You know what I mean? So, and his girl's mad at him because he's late to the movies. You know what I mean? Or he ends up not showing up. And then his aunt needs milk, and he can't afford the milk. Got to buy the milk at the end of the night. So he lives a real life, and it's such a duality. And I feel like I compare myself to that, and I feel like in the music, in the music industry, I had to live that duality, Peter Parker and Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, I'm Spider-Man. As working in the corporate side of things, I'm Peter Parker. You know what I mean? So I always related. When I first heard about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I was a little skeptical. But my friend had gotten me the comic book first, so I was able to read it. But for it to go to film, I was kind of like skeptical about it. Then I was like, oh, it's animation? How good could this really be? Like, so I walked into it real skeptical. But then when I saw it and how they pieced the story together and how they drew everything, I really enjoyed it. Like in the first 5 minutes, I was like, oh, I'm sold. And they kept it in New York. He looks like a kid that I some of the kids I played ball with or went to school with or went to the store with. So he looked like an around the way kid that I grew up with. So I was able to relate.